In today's episode, we're going to talk about getting life insurance for your parents. I get lots of questions from adult children looking to buy life insurance for their parents who are in the 60s, 70s, and even 80s. So in this webinar, we're going to talk about how to get life insurance for your senior parents. Can you buy life insurance for your parents? In most cases, yes. To do so, you need their consent and insurable interest in your parent. And in most situations, children have an insurable interest in their adult parents. Consent. What consent means is a law that requires the insured to give you the consent. Since many life insurance companies look at medical records to qualify, and if your parents don't give the consent, there is no way you're going to get the insurance policy. And these policies are for people from 50 to over 85 years old. The number one reason why the adult children buy their parents' life insurance is to cover their final expenses, or funeral expenses, as they're called. Now, typically, these costs can range anywhere between $5,000 and $15,000, not including long-term care or any medical bills. Now, a special type of life insurance that does this is called final expense. Also, it helps take care of any financial debt they may have, like any credit card bills or loans they might have. Another reason is to cover the medical bills. In most instances, when a parent passes away in a hospital, they're loaded with tons of medical bills can be quite expensive. Life insurance can take care of that for you. Many seniors today still have a mortgage, but when you talk to an independent life insurance agent, they can set up a program so it pays between 1 to 3 years of the mortgage payments. That way you have time to sell the house and get top dollar. You have no idea how many times I've talked to adult children when their parents pass away, and there's no way to pay the mortgage, and they lose the home or they sell it for pennies on the dollar. Many times your parents want to leave a donation, a large donation, to their church or charity. With life insurance, you can do that for pennies on the dollar. Many times your parents want to leave an inheritance or a legacy to the grandchildren. Life insurance can do that too. The first step to getting life insurance on a parent is start the conversation with your parent. It might not be easy, but begin this conversation so you share your concerns and the reasons why you want to get the life insurance. After that, get their consent. This is the most important thing. Without the consent, you can't do anything. What is the best type of life insurance to get for your senior parent? In most situations, a final expense program, also known as like a whole life insurance policy, are the best for older individuals and senior parents. These are guaranteed whole life plans that last their entire life. In most cases, there's no medical exam and coverage can be as much as $50,000. Now, with these permanent plans, they come something built with cash value and can be used as a loan in the future or pay for future premiums. Now, when looking for a permanent life insurance plan, you want to ask what is more important, the their guaranteed death benefit or cash value. Now, final expense programs come in different ways, so it's important to talk to an insurance broker who can guide you to the right plan based on your parents' age and health and how much coverage you're looking for. When it comes to final expenses, they can be classified into one of these three types. The first type is called guaranteed issued. These type of programs you see always advertised on television. Now, as the name states, it's guaranteed, so it covers anyone regardless of their health. People with serious health issues or terminal illness, this is the best option they have available. Now, if they're healthy or relatively healthy, it might not be so. Now, one thing you should be aware with this kind of programs, it's a 2 to 3 year waiting period. And if you to pass away during that time, they pay just the premium. After that, they pay the full death benefit. And sometimes if you pass away from an accident during the waiting period, they also pay in full. Now, these premiums are a little bit more expensive than the other types of programs for less coverage. So this is the last resort, really for people with poor health. Now, if your parents are relatively healthy, this is not the best option for them. The second type of final expense programs available is called graded benefit. These are programs that your adult parents get in the mail. Now, they have about 10 to 15 questions or more, and if you say no to all of them, you can often get approved. Now, the only difference is that the premium is a little bit more expensive because they're just asking a few questions, and it's a 2 to 3 year waiting period. But the difference between guaranteed issue, it pays a percentage of the death benefit, not just the premium. The third type of final expense programs available to you is called level benefit. Now, these are the most sought after programs since they're fully discounted. These are the best ones for people who are relatively healthy or little to no major health issues. Now, what I like about this, there's no waiting period, unlike the other two, so it's day one coverage. Also, they also have about 10 to 15 health questions with no medical exams. That's a big plus. And the approval process can be over the phone. Now, this is day one coverage, means no waiting period like the other two programs, and it's fully discounted. So it's the best option if you get qualified. One of the questions I mostly get from adult children is that should I get term life insurance for my parents? Well, it depends on the situation, but in most cases, I'd say no. Well, people don't know that it's much cheaper. Yes, it is. But as you get older, it gets more expensive. And in most cases, it stops at age 80. So since people are living longer, the better choice is a permanent whole life insurance policy. Another question I get from children about life insurance for their parents is, can I get life insurance for my parents without them knowing? The answer is no. If you forge their signature or pretend to be them during the application process, you're committing a fraud. Just get their signature. Always get their consent. Another situation I run into when their parents live in another state. So they ask me, can I get life insurance even though they live in another state? The answer is yes. In this case, there's new policies coming out that you can get a digital signature, which is like an email signature or a voice signature. So it makes it very easy for your adult parents to get life insurance. Now, where can you go and get a quote to get life insurance for your senior parent? The first thing I recommend is speak to an independent insurance agent. Why? Because they have access to multiple carriers. They're not tied to one company. Most insurance carriers have local offices, but they can only offer what they have. With talking with an independent insurance agent, they have access to multiple carriers and can find the best program based on your parents' age and health and customize the programs to do exactly what you're looking for. So, to talk to an independent insurance agent, go to lifeagent.me and click on the green button that says quote, and they'll get back to you with the best options available to you.